Okay, today we are going to learn the Haggada according to the Perush of the Sefer Bigdei Serad, Haserad, written by Rabbi Yaakov, Abouhassera. And this Haggada in particular has a very deep past to it. So 80% of the Haggada is above our level, above our pay grade. But the 20% that we could actually take out from here is something that's very special, and it's something that I believe is very worthy to give over Leila Seder. Certain points, as we're going to see, is very worthy to give over Leila Seder. So I'm not going to be able to discuss a lot of the Haggadah, limited in time, but I wanted to mention a few passages where Rabbi Yaakov explains the Haggadah according to his derech, according to his path, and with that maybe it'll whet our appetite to do more in the future. So first it says like this. Let's start with the beginning of the Haggadah. Rabbi Yaakov opens up with halach ma'anya. Di achelu avatana be'arad Mitzrayim. This is the bread of the poor that our forefathers ate in Mitzrayim. Asks Rabbi Yaakov, number one, our forefathers ate this bread in Mitzrayim. They ate it on the way as they were going out from Mitzrayim. Number two, it's written in Aramaic. He asks other questions, but he starts off with the main principle of the Arizal. What, according to Kabbalah, what was the purpose of Yetziat Mitzrayim, of the tikkun of coming out of Mitzrayim? And says Rabbi Yaakov that the Arizal writes that after Adam Arishon separated himself from Chava, after the Avera, after the chet of the Adam Arishon. So what happened was for 130 years, Adam Arishon was single. And during that time, many different ruchin, veshedin, spirits, and types of demons were created. And this gets into a whole different discussion that the wasted potential that came out of Adam Arishon during that time, which the Gemara says in Masechet Sanhedrin was not necessarily his fault, but nevertheless, it was something that affected the world. And these nishamot that were created tried to go through a rectification in Dora Mabul, didn't work. Dora Haflaga, didn't work. By Sdom, it didn't work until it got to Mitzrayim. And in Mitzrayim, through the difficulty of the work and us able to sustain the tests that the Mitzrayim had, we were able to come to a final tikkun of all of these different nishamot, and we're going to speak about it a little bit more later on. It's obviously a very high level that he's speaking on. That this is what happened in the tikkun of Mitzrayim. He says this is what we are saying at the beginning of the Haggadah. First of all, he says we say it in Aramaic, because Aramaic is a language that goes directly up to HaKadosh Baruch Hu with no intervening whatsoever. And he's saying this is such a high level of tikkun that we are doing, that we are accessing the highest of levels. Halach ma'anya. Ani is gematria 130. This is the poor bread, right? Because the gematria of ani is 130. And lachma, lechem, is also the gematria 3 times the name of Hashem, which is a tikkun that we are doing on that night. And that our forefathers ate in Egypt. In other words, what we are doing is that these tikkunim happened in Egypt. Nitkan b'chag hamatzot. In Egypt, there was this big tikkun that all these klipot and these bad nishamot that had to be rectified was done in Mitzrayim. And that's why he says we do it in Aramaic. And not only that, he adds on a something that is very beautiful to remember. He says that the amount of letters that there are in the halach ma'anya is 28 tevot in Targum, which is the 28 words, 28 words of Anachmanya, is in correlation to the 28 words also of Amen Yesh Mirabba, Mivarach Lelam Lemayed Barach, keeps on going for 28 words, which is obviously something that has a tremendous power that's able to uplift us. That's why it's written in Aramaic. That's why we start the Haggada that way, telling us according to Kabbalah what the intention of Leil HaSeder Kabbalah is. That's a very high level, and he continues with this on the Manishtana. So I'm going to say something now. How he's going to explain the Manishtana, and then we're going to bring ourselves back down to Pshat, something that we could understand according to our level as well. But before we do that, he explains the Manishtana according to a new level of depth. Really, the Manishtana doesn't make a lot of sense. What are the four questions? Manishtana laila zemikol alilot. Shebechol alilot en anachnu matbilin afilu pamachat. Yeah, this is the nusach of the Sfaradim. We start off that we don't dip even one time. Tonight we dip twice. That means we don't even dip one time. Who says maybe we do dip? Well, why is it so pashut that we don't dip even one time, and tonight we dip twice? Maybe we don't dip. Maybe we don't dip. If we want to dip, we could dip. We don't dip one time. Who says? Second of all other nights we eat chametz u'matzah, tonight matzah. Okay, if that's the case, on all other nights we eat chametz u'matzah, tonight matzah. So why is the child asking tonight matzah? If sometimes we also eat matzah, it says on all the nights we eat chametz or matzah, and tonight only matzah. So maybe tonight is one of those nights that we're eating matzah. Same thing too with the last question. On all other nights, we eat sitting or leaning over. And tonight only leaning over. Okay, so why is it such a big deal? Maybe tonight is one of those nights that we're eating leaning over. So says Rabbi Yaakov, according to his principle, that the Haggada is coming to tell us that we are at a level of Leil Shimurim tonight that we do not have the rest of the year. The night of Leil Pesach, we are able to achieve tikkunim. We are able to achieve levels in spirituality that we can't access the rest of the year. That's why it's like the night is like the day. Leil Shimurim hu ladonai. It's the night of Shimurim to Hashem. So that's how he starts. The Haggada is really telling us a statement. That he's telling us that you should know, why is tonight so great? That because on all other nights, and anachnu matbilim is the same letters as mivatlim. On all the nights, we can't even mivatel avilu pamachat, even one klipa. Tonight, we're able to rectify the abba, shtipe amim, the abba and the ima, which is once again higher concept, but it's the concept of we are not able to nullify kochot on all other nights. Tonight, we're able to nullify kochot. On all other nights, we eat chametz u'matzah. The tzaddikim, when they eat, they rectify the tikkunim through the brachot. They take away any bad nitzotzot, any bad sparks that there are, and they're mitaken the food with the matzah. That's why there's all types of lishem yichud and mishnayot and all types of things that are zeh shulchan asher lifnei Adonai. And when regular people like us eat, so it's we eat things that are that we eat for our own pleasure, and that's chametz. So you have shebechol halelot, we eat sometimes matzah, sometimes chametz. The tzaddikim will eat matzah, and the people who are not tzaddikim will eat chametz. But on the night of Pesach, we're all tzaddikim. Whatever we eat makes a tremendous tikkun. When we eat the matzah, halayla zikulo matzah, that we're eating to make total tikkunim. Halayla zikulo matzah. Then he says, shebechol halayla anachnu limshar yirakot. We could have different types of damage that could be done, because yerek is the same letters as keri. As we could have all types of keri that come out, which is not good. And tonight, maror. Tonight, we're going to take all of the klipot and we're going to put them under. We're going to be mimarer them. Shebechol halelot, anachnu ochlim ben yoshvim ben misubin. Misubin means sivuv, that we could surround the negative klipot. And so some nights we don't do that, and some nights we do that, which is Shabbat. We do the sivuvim, the hakafot. But tonight, it's all hakafot. Kulanu misubim. Everybody's doing hakafot tonight, and everybody is being mevatel the yitzhara. So that's how he starts off with this Haggada, explaining to us that there's very high stuff going on that the Bal Haggada is hinting to, that tonight has a night of energy and a night of power like no other. And with this, he's going to start Avadim Hayinu Leparo b'Mitzrayim, and he's going to bring us down a level, and he's going to explain to us now, according to Pshat, what's the importance of Sipur Yitziat Mitzrayim. And he starts off with the following question. We really have to understand, what is the big deal in Sipur Yitziat Mitzrayim? Hashem did a great miracle and he took us out. I understand. But for Hashem, it's not such a big deal to make such great miracles. For Hashem, it's a very it's very simple to make all those miracles. Furthermore, he asks that it's written in Aseret HaDibrot, Anochi Adonai Elohecha, Asher hotzeticha meretz Mitzrayim. I am your God that took you out of Mitzrayim. He wants to gloat that in our faces right away. Why is it so necessary by the Anochi Hashem Elokecha to mention Sipur Yitziat Mitzrayim? We have Tefillin, Zecher Yitziat Mitzrayim, Tzitzit, Zecher Yitziat Mitzrayim, Shabbat, Zecher Yitziat Mitzrayim, Mezuzah, Zecher Yitziat Mitzrayim. Everything is Zecher Yitziat Mitzrayim. Why is Mezuzah Zecher Yitziat Mitzrayim, by the way? Because it's written, Ulzikaron ben Enecha, and the Ramban explains in Parashat Devarim, in Sefer Devarim, Ulzikaron ben Enecha is when you pass by your eyes, you see the Mezuzah, that's also Zecher Yitziat Mitzrayim. So everything is Zecher Yitziat Mitzrayim. So it's such a big deal to that Hashem took us out of Mitzrayim. Why do we make such a big deal out of it? Says Rabbi Yaakov, and this is what to remember, to give this over to our children. If you have to give one message from this Haggada, this message everybody can understand. Sipur Yitziat Mitzrayim was the event that transformed us into the nation of Hashem. Until then, we failed. Haflaga, Dor Haflaga, we failed. By Adam Arishon, we failed. By Sdom, we failed. But Sipur Yitziat Mitzrayim, we were put into elements that was impossible to survive spiritually. It was the place of great immorality. I gave an example. If somebody would have an apartment on the corner of Hollywood Boulevard and Highland, those of you who live in LA know what I mean, and that person comes out, a kadosh v'tahor, looking at me, you're saying, it's impossible. He's living betoch the tum'ah and all the ridiculous, disgusting immorality that the human race has to offer, and he's living in the klipot, and he still comes out normal, and he still comes out an Oved Hashem. It's practically impossible. I remember my first time they brought me to visit Los Angeles. I passed by. I saw a person dressed up. He was wearing jeans and a wedding gown. I have no idea. It was a man. It's like Mitzrayim was worse. In Mitzrayim, they were the masters of black magic. They were the masters of kishuf. They were the masters of all types of wickedness. And Bnei Israel kept to themselves. They kept to their kiddushat habayit of incest. They kept to their names were different. Their clothing were different. They kept to be Am Yisrael. Hashem says, you deserve to come out of Mitzrayim. You became my nation during that time. That you didn't sink in the Imkei Klipot. You deserved, you conquered the Nisayon, and you became a great nation. Says Rabbi Yaakov, Anochi Adonai Elohecha Asher hotzeticha meretz Mitzrayim. I am in your God. You know why I'm your God? Because I took you out of Mitzrayim, and that's when you became a nation. You became so high because you came out of Mitzrayim. You became our nation. You became a nation, and I became your God because of Mitzrayim. So Mitzrayim is not that Hashem is saying he did such a great miracle. On the contrary, Mitzrayim is saying that we became a great nation. And therefore Hashem was able to take us out. And that's how he explains the pasuk. Ki bechozek yad hotzi Adonai etchem miMitzrayim. What does bechozek yad mean? In the strong hand. Whose strong hand? We think the pshat of the pasuk is Hashem's strong hand. This is Rabbi Yaakov. The explanation according to him is Ki bechozek yad, your strong hand. You kept strong. That's why Hashem took you out of Mitzrayim. That's why in the pasuk it says, In one place, Hotzia Hashem etchem, but in another place, it says, Zachor et hayom hazeh asher hotzia Hashem etchem mitzrayim. And in another place, it says, Zachor et hayom hazeh asher yatzatem mitzrayim, asher yatzatem mitzrayim, that you came out of Mitzrayim. It was up to you, that you deserved coming out of Mitzrayim. That was the greatness of Sipur Yetziat Mitzrayim, that we became a nation. And that's how he explains, Avadim hayinu leparo b'Mitzrayim. We were slaves to Paro b'Mitzrayim. But what did Hashem do? Hashem took us out, and v'yotzinu Hashem Elokeinu b'yad chazaka, because of our strength. In other words, we were able to conquer the Yetzer Hara, and then we deserved that Hashem took us out of Mitzrayim. So it's a very positive element in the Haggada. We usually get hit hard over our head, but over here, the Yaakov is telling us a positive things. This is how we became a great nation. We became a great nation because we deserved it. That is his explanation. The Avadim hayinu leparo b'Mitzrayim. He continues, and he explains the Asara Makot. And I'm gonna skip most of the Haggada now. It's I can't do everything, but I'm gonna pick one important aspect that Rabbi Yaakov explains the Asara Makot in a very original and beautiful way. And different Mefarshim explain the Asara Makot. Some refer to the Asara Makot like Asara Ma'amarot Nivra Ha'olam. Rabbi Yaakov says the Asara Makot are in correlation to the Aseret HaDibrot, and they are in order, starting from the last of the Dibrot till the first of the Dibrot. Each of the Asara Makot represents one of the Aseret HaDibrot, and he starts with the following: Dam. Dam is Keneged, the last of the Makot. We're going to start 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're going to go each Makkah how it represents. Dam represents lo tachmod, because a person becomes jealous, chemda, when his blood boils and he starts wanting what somebody else has with jealousy. That's dam, and that's why the otiyot dam he has a certain gematria that it equals chemda. I'm not going to get into that now. He says he has a certain way how it works out of midah keneged midah, that they made us be jealous of not being able to serve Hashem properly, and so Hashem made the makav dam keneged lo tachmod. Next, tzfardea. Tzfardea is keneged the ninth of the dibra. Lo ta'aneh bere'echa ed sheker. You shouldn't have false testimony. So tzfardea is the lashon paretz ed, that the witness broke barriers and he said sheker. And the same thing that they wanted to stop us from accepting upon ourselves to be truthful the whole time, of serving to Hashem. So Hashem brought the tzfardeim that represent that ed sheker. The next makkah, kinim. Kinim was the makkah of that's in correlation to lo tignov, don't steal, because kinim twice is the gematria of gniva, and just like the kinim steal our blood, so too that represents lo tignov, and they tried to steal us, and they tried to steal our blood and our time and our energy. Hashem gave them back kinim midah keneged midah. Arov is the animals, but it's also coming to if you know the letters of Arov means mixing seed, and that's keneged lo tinaf, because lo tinaf is really that a person mixes things of kiddusha, gets married to a sister, illicit relationships, and Hashem they tried to keep us away from kiddusha of lo tinaf, which we didn't fail in. So Hashem paid us back of lo tinaf. Dever is keneged lo tirtzach, don't kill, and this also is coming to tell us that we were commanded on not killing, and we kept up to there. So Hashem gave them dever, which was obviously death, so that he doesn't have to have a fancy explanation why dever is lo tirtzach. That's exactly what it is, because dever was the killing of the animals. So they tried to make us kill our brethren, and they killed our children. So keneged midah dever. Shechin is keneged kibud ava'em, because like we saw in this week's parasha, tzaraat is shechin really. It's boils, and it's all types of of sicknesses to the skin, and tzara'at comes because of azut metzach, because of chutzpah. And somebody who has chutzpah, he doesn't keep the mitzvah kibud av v'em properly because he doesn't realize the importance of honoring your parents. And it says Rabbi Yaakov, he goes on a kal vachomer, he says, if you have to honor your parents so much, what a chutzpah if a person doesn't honor Hashem, who gave you your life, he gave you your parnasah, he gave you everything that you have. So that's the honoring Hashem all the more so. So they tried to keep us from serving Hashem, and therefore they became mitzuraim, which is on their own. You have chutzpah, you're chutz lamachane. You have to be exiled, and you have to be kicked out of the machane. So that's shechin. Barad is keneged shemirat Shabbat, and he says just like barad, when it fell, it made the Mitzrim stay at home. Mida keneged midab, because they tried to keep us at home oppressed even on Shabbat. So barad is keneged Shabbat, that they take away our oneg Shabbat. He also has a gematria into it that I'm not going to get into, that barad equals Shabbat. Then arbe is the makkah of grasshoppers, to tell you that is keneged lo tisa et shem Hashem lashav. Don't defile the name of Hashem, because it's written in the Gemara Masechet Shabbat that somebody who swears improperly brings devastation to the world, and the arbe brings that devastation. So that's keneged midah, that they defiled the name of Hashem, so arbe came to them. Choshech is lo yelecha Elohim acherim, because if somebody's going to serve avodah zarah, lo yelecha Elohim acherim, so he brings darkness in the world. He takes away the light of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And midah keneged midah, they try to keep us away from serving Hashem. Hashem brought us choshech. And makat bechorot anochi Adonai Elohecha asher tzaticha, because makat bechorot, they tried to keep us away from bechorot shel olam, which is HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So Hashem took their bechorot, which was also always, obviously only Hashem knew to differentiate between who was a bechor, who wasn't a bechor. That's anochi Adonai Elohecha, which is Aseret HaDibrot. So that's Rabbi Yaakov explains the Aseret Makot in correlation to the Aseret HaDibrot. Unbelievable. I'm just going to finish off with the last thing that he explains. He explains a lot of other things. Last thing that we're going to mention is the Dayenu. In the Dayenu, there are certain passages that don't make sense, but that really shouldn't make sense. Ilu kirabnu lifnei Har Sinai. If Hashem would have brought us in front of Har Sinai, not given us the Torah, that would have been enough. So everybody asks, what does it help that we're in front of Har Sinai we don't get the Torah? The whole purpose of Har Sinai is to get the Torah. What's the purpose of coming in front of Har Sinai without receiving the Torah? Says Rabbi Yaakov. This depends on the explanations of the Dayenu beforehand. If you would have given us the man and not given us the Shabbat, it would have been Dayenu. What does that mean? So Rabbi Yaakov, if he would have given us the man, we would have been on the level of malachim, of angels. That would have been enough. If you'd have given us the Shabbat, Shabbat is olam haba. If you would have given us man, which is like angels, and Shabbat, which is olam haba, we wouldn't be human beings, we would be malachim, and that's good. Says Hashem, no, Hashem loves us so much because we are so much greater than malachim. We eat regular food that because we are able to be mitaken, we're able to rectify that food. So Hashem would have brought us from Sinai and made us angels. Okay, that would have been enough. Not that we would have been human beings without the Torah. That doesn't make any sense. But to be angels without Torah, then maybe Dayenu. But no, Hashem loves us so much. He gave us the Torah. That's one explanation. It says another explanation. If you would have brought us in front of Har Sinai, we would have reached the level of the Avotenu HaKedoshim that didn't receive the Torah, but they still kept the Torah according to their knowledge. Dayenu. And the third explanation, it says, Kiravnu Lifnei Har Sinai, he would have given us the Torah like human beings, but the Malachim complained that, okay, I don't mind if you give them the Torah on a basic level, but don't give them the secrets of Torah, the Kabbalah. That only Malachim could get. They're not Kedoshim, they're not Teorim human beings. Hashem said, no. I'm going to give them even Sodot HaTorah. So that's Iru Kiravnu Lifnei Har Sinai. A Pshat, he would have given us Pshat. But he wouldn't have given us the Torah of Sod. That would already been something. But Hashem also gave us Sod. So that's three explanations how Rabbi Yaakov explains Dayenu. Dayenu, that it would have been enough that he would have given us, brought us in from Har Sinai and made us like Malachim. Or it would have been enough that Hashem would have made us like Avotenu HaKedoshim that kept the Torah without being commanded in it. Or Hashem would have given us the Torah of the Pshat. All of that Dayenu. But Hashem gave us the Torah. What does that mean? He gave us the Torah. That He gave us the opportunity of being higher than Malachim, being human beings. He gave us the opportunity of being commanded in the Torah, not only like Avotenu Kedoshim. He gave us the Torah of even the secrets of Torah, even if we're not up to that level. That would have been Dayenu. So these are a couple of insights from Rabbi Yaakov Abouhassera, and he has many, many more insights. And on Haggada, he has a whole different explanation on how it correlates to Yetzirah or not. But I think now already we spoke beautiful Divrei Torah of Rabbi Yaakov. Some of them are able to be incorporated easier into our Leil HaSeder. Some of them, it's for us to know what's going on in Leil HaSeder. But either way, it's a tremendous inspiration for us. Hazaku.